Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited for today because we tried out some amazing makeup. I have some things from Nomad, Hourglass, Urban Decay, and Kiss. Now you guys, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications, new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But you guys, if you want to see how I got this look using all those new things, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I have a bunch of new items to use, including something that I picked up a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about this. And I don't know why, because it is such a cute palette, as well as the brand just released their new one for the fall, and I purchased it. So we have to play with this, especially because it's such a beautiful palette. I'm talking about Nomad and their Monteverde palette. I love that they send the postcard of the place that they're at. This is Monteverde, Costa Rica, and the story is a pioneer in environmental protection. Monteverde Cloud Forest is one of Costa Rica's most precious natural treasures. Consisting of separate flourishing ecosystems, the Cloud Forest wows visitors with abundant beauty, bounty, and biodiversity. This palette, so the postcard is beautiful. It's got the birds and just bright colors. The palette itself, when you get the packaging, and I kind of don't want to get rid of the outer carton just because of the detailing. So these are little cutouts to highlight the little animals that are actually on the palette. But when you look inside, this subdued foliage is super bright and colorful. Such a cute detail. Look at this. Now, when you look inside here, this color story is so beautiful and bold and luscious. There is a ginormous mirror, which I love. You've heard me say it before, when you're traveling, you want to have a mirror and not have to take extra things with you. But I am going to keep this because when you look at this, you can see where each of the animals were supposed to be at. Now, of course, we do need to swatch the shimmers. Okay, this first shade is Hanging Bridges. It's a really pretty lime green shade, but it does have a like gold shimmer shift to it. Then there's Cloud Canopy, which is just that luscious jungle green, almost on the verge of being emerald. Really pretty. Then you have River Trail. That periwinkle blue is so stunning. You kind of have a shift of pinky purple to it. So stunning. And then Wildlife Wonderland, another beautiful lime green shade. It's more, I don't know, yellowy green than Hanging Bridges. So let's go ahead and swatch those right there. Ooh, look at the shift on that one. But these are stunning. Then you have Magical Mist, which is kind of a mint green to lime. This one kind of has like a bluish shift. And then you have Green Mountain, which is kind of that emerald green. We'll go ahead and swatch those right there. Those are beautiful. A lot of greens, and then that periwinkle just gives an extra vibe. Okay, I'm going to use this first shade, Violet Sobering. I think that's how you say it. But it is the darkest shade I'm going to use, and I'm going to try something different. I think I'm actually going to pick it up on my compacted smudger, and sometimes I would usually do my fluffy crease brush. But because it's my darkest shade, but it's also in line with some of the other shades I want to use, I want it to stand out more. So I'm going to, right here and in the crease, place it first. But it's also going to give us our shape. Now I'm going to go into Bromeliad, and with my fluffy crease brush, I'm just going to take it on the outer edge of that shade. The pressings in this palette are stunning. I only went in slightly because I don't want it to overpower the purple. I just wanted to accent the edges. We can build. You guys, it just started raining. I'm so glad I stayed home. I was gonna go run errands, but I saw the weather and I was just like, I don't want to be stuck in that today. It is also the last day of fall. It is September 22nd. You won't see this on September 22nd, but that is when I am filming this. And I want to switch out my decor in my house for my fall stuff. I feel like that's really pretty. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like the hot pink on the outside of purple, or is it just too much? Because bright colors are not everyone's cup of tea. So if you purchase this palette, how would you use it? Let me know. I kind of want to use this shade Passiflora, but is that too much on the outside of that? Maybe I'll use it underneath. But they're very similar in shade. Going back into Violet Sobering to make sure that these stand out. Now, the reason I did these shades, I want to stick with the color theme of the palette. I want to use one of the green shimmer shades to just kind of bring it all together. I'm going to use the shade Wildlife Wonderland, which is that beautiful lime green. I'm going to pick it up on a dry brush just to get it in the inner corner, and then the rest of it will be with my finger. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I love how it just kind of like faded into that purple. Okay, I have some additional new items that I picked up, and we're gonna try out the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I've tried one of their foundations before, it just wasn't my thing, so I wanted to try this one and maybe it'll change my mind. This is in the shade 8. Okay, some of the highlights for this foundation: vegan, liquid formula, medium coverage, natural finish, long wearing, and cruelty free. It's a weightless liquid foundation that delivers buildable medium coverage with a light diffusing effect for up to 16 hours. So it says it's got light diffusing pigments, deliver a natural soft focus finish, and help protect against blue light. Blurring spheres minimize the look of imperfections, fine lines, and wrinkles, which I'm all about that. And then white tea extract, vitamin E, and antioxidants. So let's see what this is all about. I'm really excited to try it because, as if I don't have enough foundations in my collection, I do like trying new foundations. And when I find something that's like super weightless, that's what I want to wear to work. I don't want to feel like it's super cakey throughout the day, because sometimes I could be sitting in my office and other days I could be just outside doing crazy stuff in the heat. Although it's starting to cool down. Anyways, for concealer, I am going to use my Shiseido, and then for powder, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier. I did use the Il Masqua primer that I love, the Hydra Veil. It's almost out, but I used it because I know that it looks beautiful on the skin with foundation on top of it. So let's use something that we trust. So let's go ahead and hope that this is the right shade. I shade matched online. I use Sephora's website for that type of stuff because I know my shade in other foundations. And that's a cool feature on their app. Okay, so we'll see. It looks like it might be. Also, let's see how far it goes. It does look a little cakey only because I feel like I used way too much in that area. But up here, it looks really nice. I got my earrings out because we're getting close to October, and I love the skull and crossbones during Halloween. One thing I will do is I'll take my damp beauty blender and just kind of get whatever excess there is and push it into the skin. It also toned down the redness. I can see some of it peeking through, but it should be buildable, and we'll try. but I also still have powder. So that's 1/2. I like how it looks so far. I'm gonna take a little less, just a little dot. We'll start here and see how it goes. I feel like this side looks much better than this side. Just, I used too much on this side. Go in light, build up. I dabbed it on the back of my hand and apparently I didn't get enough of it off. The one thing I hate is a cakey forehead, just because I already have fine lines and wrinkles up there. So for concealer, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Vanish in Silk, and then I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I like using things I know work, so I don't want to chance it today. Besides needing a new shade of concealer, I really like how this turned out. This foundation is really nice. It didn't sink into my lines. It didn't sink in down here, which is always the worst. Mind you, I've only just put it on, but so far, I like the coverage. I messed up here and put way too much on. Go in light, build it up. My under eyes are never my favorites, but I'm not gonna fault the foundation. I might try it with a different concealer because this sometimes does not perform the way it usually does with other foundations. But I like the foundation so far, the way it is on my skin. It's beautiful so far. Let's go ahead and finish off this under eye and finish off the face. Now, because I think that this pink is kind of disconnected by the purple, I can use the other shade that I wanted to. I also think they're gonna be very similar in shade, but we will see how it looks underneath the eye. I'm gonna go into the shade Passiflora and just on a tiny smudger brush. You know how I do. We're gonna place it, then smudge it under. When I look at it, I can tell the difference in the orange. But I also know that they're different shades. I don't know, let me know. Can you see a difference? Now I'm gonna go into Violet Sobering. I could very well be saying that completely wrong. We're gonna place it right here on the outer V and then smudge just slightly. Switching brushes. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use Toucan, which is that luscious pop of yellow. I'm gonna do something different for the brow bone. Oh, you guys. Ooh. I really like that shade there. Okay, you guys, now for the face. I'm really excited because Hourglass released their Ambient light palettes again, and I actually pick them up each year. I don't know that I need to do that, but I do like those palettes because when I do travel or when I'm trying to pack for work and I don't need a lot of makeup or want to take a lot of makeup, these palettes come in very handy. So this is Elephant. This is the one that I chose. The cool thing about the palettes this year is you actually get to choose the design of your palette on the Hourglass website. I looked at Sephora just now and they are completely sold out. When I chose my palette, I was able to choose the colors that I wanted for the inside and then the artwork for the outside. When you look at it, and it just so happened that when I chose Elephant, I think that is actually the original color story, but maybe if you like the darker tones or the lighter tones, and you like the tiger artwork or the butterfly artwork, you can choose that. So that is actually really neat. The other thing that they put up is 5% of profits from Unlock support the Non-Human Rights Project in their efforts to secure fundamental rights for animals. So definitely go check that out. Now you guys, I chose the Elephant. I really do love how gentle of creatures they are. And it's just a stunning, it's just beautiful. I love the peach. I love the elephant just being the centerpiece. And the tin is made of metal. It is magnetized, and then inside you have the 6 different shades. You have a mirror. You know how I am about mirrors. So the shades I have in here, so I've got Finishing Powder Dim Light, Finishing Powder Soft Light, Metallic Strobe Powder, which is this one right here. And that's what I'm gonna try and use on my brow bone and see like how it looks. Then you have Bronzer in Lustrous Bronze Light, the Blush in Iridescent Coral, and Blush in Radiant Rose. I love a beautiful peach, so coral is just up my alley, and then this pink. These shades just spoke to me, so that is why I chose this color story. Do I think that this bronzer is going to be something that I could contour with? Probably not. I do have my contour on my table just in case, but we're going to try. Now, before we jump into everything else, let's do the brow bone real quick. Ooh. That is so beautiful, you guys. And it looks a lot darker in the pan than it does when it goes on your skin. All right, I picked up my contour brush to see if it's a shade for contouring, and if not, we're just gonna skip that. I don't think it's the shade for contour for me. I'll do the same thing to this side and then actually contour. Okay, contour's complete. Now let's go ahead and bronze. So going into the bronzer on my handy dandy bronzer brush. I would say it's subtle. That's one thing I like about Hourglass's bronzers. They just kind of like melt into the skin. I really like that. For blush, I'm gonna do the Iridescent Coral, because did you even have to guess what I was gonna use? I love this shade. I really wanna try it out. I may have gone in too heavy. Oh, that shade is really pretty. I thought I went in too heavy-handed. I just forget that Hourglass blushes are so easy to build. I love that shade. Now I'm gonna go into both of these shades, and I'm going to do that with the same brush that I use for my setting powder, and just under the eye. I should have done that before blush, but I didn't think about it. And now into Metallic Strobe Powder for highlighter. Let's see how this looks on the cheeks. I really like that. I want to see if I use setting spray, if it'll make it more beaming. Let's see. I just went ahead and grabbed my Charlotte Tilbury. This is my favorite setting spray. I set all these. I'm gonna let it dry down a little bit on the other areas. Oh yeah, oh, yes. Absolutely stunning. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead, do brows, eyeliner, mascara. I do have lips, and I have Kiss Magnetic Eyeliner. I do have the Moxie Lash Magnetic Eyelashes. I haven't done a lot of false eyelashes, but I want to try this out. I actually purchased this, I want to say about a month ago, and I never find the time. So, because magnetic lashes usually are super easy, because these were, I want to try it out and see if it's just as good as the Moxie Lash eyeliner that I got. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, this eyeliner was so easy to put on. I even did my little wing that I normally do. When I first took it out of the tube, it looked like the brush was a lot thicker than I'm used to, and it wasn't. Just make sure that you get the excess product off, otherwise it can get messy, but I didn't have any issues with it. Now we're gonna take the Sassy Lash from Moxie, and these just, I love the container because they have little magnets inside for them to adhere to. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I need to adjust the lash because it is a little bit shorter and I need it to come out. I feel so weird having false eyelashes on right now, you guys. Okay, so the lash is on, and you saw I was able to take it off, put it back on. It feels weird to me because I haven't worn false lashes in forever. I do need to marry the lashes together. I did go ahead and do mascara. I was gonna try a new mascara, but I was like, wait, I'm doing magnetic lashes. That doesn't make sense. I feel like now that they're pressed together, it feels so much better. They just attach so easily. Don't know that I needed lashes, but I really wanted to try out that liner because I purchased it and then I never used it. But I like how it turned out. It does take some getting used to have lashes on again. The one thing I would suggest, maybe do 2 layers of the magnetic eyeliner. And I only say that because with Moxie, it had me do 2. It did not say how many layers to do with this. But I put it on and then I let it dry down before I went ahead and put the lashes on. So for lips, I have the new Urban Decay Liquid Lip Color. These came out, I want to say a month ago, and I picked them up. I have Raw Footage, which is, I want to say it's like a purpley shade. Oh no, this is like a burgundy shade. Hence why the cap is burgundy. And then I have Text Me, which is like that mauvey pink. Ooh, I really want to use that shade. But I want to swatch both of them. So we'll start with Raw Footage because I don't think it's the shade that I want to use. Now the one thing tells you to shake it. Very good. All right, starting with Raw Footage. There's no scent to it, it just smells like chemicals. Well, now that's a shade. Oh, that got all over my teeth. Oh, it's bleeding over like into... No. Okay, this is a shade for fall. That's probably what I was thinking when I purchased it, but I didn't remember what shade I got. I really like this. Don't know that it's like what I was going for with this eye look, but I really like this shade. Let me switch this out, or try. Let's see if this comes off. It's not gonna come off. Okay, maybe I should have just done the shade that I wanted. We're just gonna put it back on. And I will swatch the other shade for you in a second. I really hope this comes off for work tomorrow. Sorry I can't come into work. My lipstick's not within regulation. Oh. Okay, you guys, this was not the color combo I was going for, but we're just gonna go with it. I don't hate it. I just wasn't doing this bold of a lip with this eye. You know what? It was just meant to be. Now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch Text 'em because I can't get this lipstick off. I know they said that it had staying power. I didn't know that it was not gonna come off with a makeup wipe. Ooh, that shade is gorgeous. Let me know, which one would you have done with this eye look? And do you have them? And how do you get them off? Because I can tell you right now. Okay, that one came off my hand. I think because it hadn't dried down completely. Okay, you guys, this is the final look, and this lip is actually growing on me. I wasn't expecting to do it with such a bold, colorful eye look, but I really like this shade, and I feel like this fall I will absolutely be grabbing this color. It's just, I really like it. It's shiny, it feels great on the lips. It's not budging. Like, it did not transfer to my finger. That is amazing. And we saw me try and take it off. It didn't go anywhere. So if you're interested in picking these up, they're on Urban Decay's website. I think they're also sold Sephora and Ulta. So definitely go and look for them. They are so far amazing. Now for this eye look, I really like these colors. This palette from Nomad, I am absolutely falling in love with Nomad's eyeshadow palettes. This one has all the beautiful bright colors. The color story itself is absolutely stunning. I did show this palette to my friend Casey and Shiz, and I asked them, hey, what would be your colors from this color story if you were using it right now? I had already done my eyeshadow, so I asked them to guess which colors I chose. And Casey and I have very similar as far as bright and colorful, and then Shiz loves greens and browns. So I kind of had a feeling like this would be up their alley. There's a lot of green shades in here with those pops of color. And I think it came together. I do like this yellow in the inner corner, just absolutely stunning. I'm excited to have this in my collection. It is very bold, beautiful, bright. So I'm glad I got to use it today. We also used the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, which right now, so far my skin still looks really good. My under eye, it's not my favorite. We talked about it before. I'm gonna try it out with a couple other concealers just to get a vibe for it, but I think my skin looks great overall. And even like these lines right here, it didn't fall into it. I didn't have to tap them out before I put setting powder on it. I like how my skin looks. So far, so good. I'll continue to try it out and see what my thoughts are in a couple days. Now, this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, I love the design of it. I love that you get to choose the artwork that you have on it, and that 5% of proceeds are going for a good organization. I used every single color in here except for this blush, and I'll use it tomorrow when I go to work. But I love the coral shade. I love this strobe powder. It is absolutely stunning on the skin. Such a beautiful highlight. And even the bronzer, it went on beautifully. It just melted into the skin. So if you're thinking about picking this up, go check it out. Design your palette how you want to, or just purchase the one that they already have put together. But I will say, I did look at Sephora's website. They're completely sold out right now. So your best bet is to look on Hourglass's website. And last but not least, we have the Kiss Magnetic Eyeliner. This went on so easily. I love the fact that the magnetic lashes just snapped on there, and as I needed to adjust, they moved. So I didn't have to re-glue, re-stick, all that stuff, which is not a lot of fun. Now it's just messy if you have the glue and it's just sticky and tacky all over the eye. This is a lifesaver. I don't wear lashes that often, but when I do, I'll probably reach for this, as well as probably pick up a couple other pairs that are magnetic. So much easier than glue. But you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.